I hate photo booth. I really fucking hate photo booth. Anyway, rewind. What's up, guys? SirAllAboutMusic here, bringing you another album review that I hope you will enjoy. This is actually a request from the Needle Drop, the amazing Anthony Fantano, who does great album reviews, absolutely fantastic sense of taste in music. You know, his album reviews are really clear and concise, and he really hits, the nail on the head, to use a cliche. Anyway, he asked me to review an album that I hate. Okay, I can do that. But it had to be an album that wasn't obviously terrible. Damn you, Anthony. Damn you. Because that made it very hard for me. I had to think long and hard about what I wanted to do. Went through a bunch of albums, and I settled on this one, Nirvana's Nevermind. And I actually do hate this album. And the other reason I did this album is because I can't wait for the Nirvana fanboys to watch this and start leaving me hateful comments. I mean, that's just going to be so much fun. So much fun. Anyway, I'm just going to get right to it why I hate this album. And it's one thing, really. Butch Vig. Butch Vig was the producer for this album. What Butch Vig did with this album is, let's use an analogy using nature. Butch Vig took a log from a tree that if you would have picked it up with your bare hands, or even with gloves on, you would have gotten nasty fucking splinters in your hands, and your hands would have been torn up and bleeding. He took that log, and he sanded it down, and then he put a laminate over it. So it's safe to pick up, and it's safe for children to sit down on, and it's safe for you to sniff cocaine off of. He took the edge off of these songs. He fucking ruined this album. He took these, what would have been great, energetic, raw songs, and he put a pretty little commercial packaging around it that was presentable to radio stations. And he ruined the album this way. And that's why I hate this album. And, the songs are kind of mediocre, I think, too. So, I'll go through the rating. Originality, 8 or 9. These guys aren't the fathers of grunge. They're not, and they're not the most interesting grunge band. And I'm so sick and tired of people, I hate Nirvana fans because most of them don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And these guys draw off of so many other Seattle garage bands. Mudhoney, I mean, is, and then you can hear the sprinkling of blues in here. It's not very apparent, but it's there. It is there. So there's apparent influence, but it's not terrible. So I'll give it a 9. How much I like this album? A 5 or a 6. It's my least favorite Nirvana album, and I'll listen to it every once in a while, but it's really, I don't like it. I really do hate this album. I don't like it at all. There's only a couple of songs on here that I come back to. So yeah, production, 0. Fuck production. Fuck Butch Vig. The production is just so pretty and prissy, and it ruins what could have been a great album, really. The only reason that this album was such a commercial success is because of that. It was a commercial success. You put the word commercial in anything that has to do with music, and it's ruined pretty much. I mean, there are very few commercial bands that are original and do their own music and don't consign to record label pressure. Very few bands, very few. And they did. Kurt, and part of that was Kurt's interest in pop music. He was a pop musician, so, but I won't hold that against the songs. Production, fuck production. Anyway, flow is actually good. There's a good rhythm to the songs. There's a good way to go through it. There are some saving graces on this album, though. Number one is Dave Grohl, because Dave Grohl is the best drummer since John Bonham. When Dave Grohl drums, volcanoes explode and people die. It's that powerful and amazing of drumming. I mean, Dave Grohl, he really is and he needs to drum. He is a drummer. He's not a songwriter. He's not a guitar player. He is a drummer, born and bred. I mean, if you watch him drum and then watch him as a frontman for Foo Fighters, he has so much more fun and is so much more energetic drumming. I mean, it just shows in the way he does it. It just shows in the way he does it. So, yeah, his drumming really is a saving grace on this album because it brings a power to these polished songs that gets removed because of the production. The second half of the album is good. You know, there are some really strong songs on there. Drain You, Something in the Way, Stay Away, Lounge Act. You know, those albums have a certain strength that kind of pokes through and permeates the otherwise commercial gloss on this album. I hate the first half. I'm so sick and tired of people talking about Smells Like Teen Spirit and In Bloom and Lithium and Polly. I fucking hate those songs. I think they're terrible songs. I really do. They're boring. I think they're flat. There's not a lot going on with them. They're not interesting to listen to. You know, they just sound like regular old rock songs, but that have, you know, a commercially controlled edge to them. So yeah, I hate this album. Probably my favorite Nirvana album is In Utero because they stepped back from that. Kurt's vocals on that album aren't double-tracked. You know, the guitars are a lot raunchier. I mean, they're just sick how offensive the distortion on that album is. And Dave Grohl, really, I think I think the drumming on that album really is the best drumming he's done. So yeah, I really do hate this album. So leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you like and tell me what you didn't like. I can't wait to read what you don't like. The needle drop, Mr. Anthony Fantano. If this lived up to your standards, tell me. If it didn't, tell me, and I will be happy to do another review of an album that I hate but isn't obviously bad. I probably will anyway, you know, just because it's fun. So yeah, this is all about music. Hope you guys are having a great day because it is shitty here in Columbia today. But otherwise than that, that's all I gotta say. See you guys next time.